You know something? Kids are weird. When I was between the ages of 12 and 15, I saw quite a few kids doing this. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean. I don't know if it's supposed to symbolize something. It just looked weird. Like, you know, what in the name of all that is holy is this supposed to be? I don't know, but it sure looks funny. And it made quite a few people laugh. Or make people go. Anyway. So, one thing I forgot to mention in the last segment was the, well, I mentioned the pasta surprise, but I didn't even start making the pasta. But then the chicken takes about 45 minutes to cook, and pasta takes about 15 minutes. So, therefore, yes, you should wait about half an hour before you start making the pasta. And here we have this tricolored rotini, which is made from plain old ordinary rotini and the spinach rotini and tomato rotini. Where's the tomato? Anyway, we're just going to set this over to the side. It's been fully cooked. And also, we're going to take out our chicken. Okay, the chicken appears to be fully cooked, but we have to let it cool for a while before we slice and dice. In the meantime, we're going to take this and this. We got our Puma mushroom soup. We have a pot here, which was used for boiling the pasta that you saw there. And let's see. Okay, that was very appetizing looking. So we got some of this wine. And we're going to pour that in like that. Okay, it needs a little bit more. Okay. So we go like that. And you know something else? We need some more super spice. We already know what this is made of. What am I doing? Okay. There. Like that. And we're going to put that in there, and you know something else? We need some hot sauce. This is not the duct tape brand, so therefore I have to hide whatever brand it is. And let's see. gravy. Goody! So we're going to put that there, and want to heat it up just a little bit. And let me tell you something. I used to live in Hollywood back in between the years of 1988 and 1991. And let's see, I graduated high school back in 1988, and for 3 months I lived at a friend's house, and then it was either moving with my other parents. My mom, well, my parents were divorced and remarried, and so remarried to other people, and so I could move in with my mom and my stepdad and go to college sort of for free as long as I got a job on the side. I graduated high school on time so that way I could stay away from school. And I'm also 18, so therefore I, wanted to live on my own, not off my parents. Well, that was my mindset at the time, and I still have a lot of that mindset anyway. So where did I move to? I moved to Hollywood, California, where, Hollywood it's basically the Los Angeles area. Los Angeles can be divided, has many, many divisions. You could say you live in Hollywood, or you could just put Los Angeles, or you could say Inglewood, or Los Angeles, or Compton, or Los Angeles. As if you live in any of those things like, or Canoga Park, or Westwood, or, or you get the picture. You can put one of those towns, or you can put that little subsection, or you could say just plain Los Angeles. So, Los Angeles has about 3.5 million people living there, and I've never dwelled in a place that had I've been through major cities. I used to, traveling all around the Bay Area, I would pass through San Francisco, I would pass through Oakland, but I never lived and dwelled on a day-to-day, 24-hour-a-day basis in such a huge, packed, claustrophobic city. And it was claustrophobic to me because, those, how sometimes you could just feel the energy of somebody, being around. Sometimes you might be sitting around and somebody either walks and somebody comes over and either the energy level boosts up or sometimes brings you down, and just like, or sometimes before they even walk in the door, you're just like, without, not because of a noise, because you sense something. Anyway, so that's just the energy of the person being present. And so you have the energy of 3.5 million presences just being there. It gets really, really claustrophobic. And then there's anything that the presences are doing, any kind of talk, any kind of activity, any kind of, whatever. And whether it's good energy, bad energy, or it's something, that's else from what you're used to. Kind of like when I went to the Irelands. I went from Shannon to Limerick to Tipperary, Clonmel, Waterford, Youghal, Cork, Belfast, by way of Dublin. But when I was in Belfast, there was a kind of energy, kind of like there's something else, the energy of the place, due to the energy of the people who live there. Anyway, so there's 3.5 million people living there. There's anything they're doing or saying or any kind of noise. There's the traffic. There's any kind of machinery, whether it's construction, and just sensory overloading, and boom, 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 and helicopters. The ever presence of the sound of helicopters. Here's the sounds. Okay, well, here's what we got. As I mentioned, just 3.5 million people being there. Then there's anything they're doing or saying. Then there's the machines. Oh yeah, and of course, along with this, there's any other kind of life forms, like any animal at the zoo or any other animals, whether they're dogs or cats or whatever. And then even if it's on volume 1, there's that little pinch of somewhere off in the distance, if not directly over your head, and the spotlights. And thank you, John Singleton, who made the movie Boys in the Hood and Poetic Justice, for bringing in the helicopters. No other movie about Los Angeles had the helicopters until Boys in the Hood. You know, the girls doing their homework and the spotlight, and you know. Anyway, so with all this, going from Leave It to Beaverland to Bright Lights Big City and all this noise and claustrophobia and maniacs and crazies and bastards, complete, outright, utter, bollocky bastards everywhere, and always having to be on my guard and always, you know. So I had insomnia for about a week. And insomnia can really, really do a number on you. And the thing is, though, I show up to work, and you know, of course, I have my coffee. I get through, you know, I get through all the things I have to do for the day, and yeah, you know, my duties, and deal with all the madness that's, you know, my sensory overload here. I didn't develop epilepsy yet. Anyway, and then go home, and also, you know, do it, and in between, you know, work and home, you know, deal with all the maniacs and all the other things I wasn't exactly prepared for, and be up all night, and then it would be about 3:15 in the morning, and I wouldn't be able to go to sleep and just catch a 2-hour nap. You think you expect that from from an 18-year-old? No, especially since I didn't have a dependable alarm clock. So I would stay up the entire night, and then at work I would have to drink numerous amounts of coffee, and just you might as well just hook an IV to a mocha Java machine, and so I'd be at work, you know, getting my duties done, but still under the and I would get home. Finally, I hit the floor. I didn't have a bed yet, so I hit the floor, and right when I hit the floor and go and curl up and go to sleep, get in my position, and you know, I'd be up awake. Finally, the coffee kicks in, and so I have nothing to do until about 4:15, and oh, guess what? It's 4:15. I still have work to go, so I'd have to stay up for another couple hours, go to work, go home, and you go to sleep again, or at least try to go to sleep, and boom, you know, same thing all week long. I have no idea what. After a while, this really gets on you, and finally the weekend comes. I get to go home, sleep in, recharge my battery, metaphorically speaking. Monday, I'm going to work, and I'm fully rejuvenated, and I'm getting my tapes of what I'm going to listen to on my Walkman, and yeah, remember the Walkman. So let's see, I got my music, I got my NXS, I got my you know, my Yes, and I got my Def Leppard, and I also have my Christian heavy metal bands like Blood Good and Striper, and well, I was a Bible thumper back then, and I would have driven the Pope up the wall. Anyway, so I got all these things, and I also got some compilation tapes, and lo and behold, I get the, what in the name of Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and all the angels and saints is there a Debbie Gibson cassette single of Staying Together? What is it doing on a mixtape? Did I make this? No. Yes, that's my writing. Insomnia. It can do a number on you. And if you'll excuse me, I need to go be violently and copiously ill. So I'll see you in the next segment.